Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. So I just did a live and I realized everything went wrong with it. I apologize. It was a mess. I had a video playing in the background. So apologies if you heard the last one with all the technical issues. I'm going to do this again. I'm doing this reading another time because, hey, Kathy Flowery, how are you? Yeah, the first time I tried doing this live, it was just a disaster. So apologies if you saw that. Let's do this over again. So you know what I'm talking about here. All right. So I decided to do this looking at the events of yesterday and going into today in the publicity, in the media, social media, and how Harry and Meghan always remain silent on the crimes against humanity. And so this is what's happening again. I just want people to, just to document this and to notice this is how they're doing this and how it's a PR tactic and it's going on again here. So the first thing is yesterday. Today is June 17th, 2026. And yesterday, June 16th, was when Keir Starmer made his worldwide announcement. He was on TV around the world announcing that he's bringing in digital ID. Everyone has to give their ID starting, I think, in January 2027. They're starting to implement it now, and you won't be able to bypass it because it'll be right on the operating system on your phone. So VPNs won't work. And real tyranny here. He's like a dictator, a dictatorship. He's like Stalin or Hitler here coming out and saying this is happening whether you like it or not. And of course, nobody likes it because it's banning under 16s from all social media. Well, not all social media. They can still get on Blue Sky, which has a lot of pedos on it. But besides that, they're taking off all their favorite programs. And also for all of us, we all have to provide ID to prove we're not under 16. So this is just digital ID for everyone. It's part of the New World Order tyranny and bringing everybody the West into a Chinese Communist Party system. So of course he makes this announcement like, yep, it's happening. I'm doing it. And then Harry and Meghan cheered it on when it happened in Australia. When Australia announced it, Harry and Meghan made sure to put articles out and post on their website. And the same thing yesterday, just a few hours after Keir Starmer was in the media announcing this, Harry and Meghan made sure to have People magazine and everywhere else that they have control over, as well as their website. They welcomed the UK government announcement for a ban on social media, i.e., digital ID for everyone. Harry and Meghan were cheering this. They're so happy that New World Order is still coming in and they're still in control. Them and their globalist buddies are still bringing in the tyranny in China's Communist Party system. And then a few towards the end of the evening yesterday, that's when they released the Grooming Gang report, which you can download online from the UK. It's the Rape Gang Inquiry Report. It's 200 pages and it goes through all the gruesome details of these grooming gangs that have been going on for years in the UK, Pakistani men, Muslim men who have been attacking, brutally beating, raping, torturing young girls. So this all happened in the same day. So it's like, so naturally, when this came out, people are really reacting to this story, and the digital ID story has disappeared now. It's like people have forgotten. You see how they come out with one thing, then the next thing to make you forget the earlier thing. Uh, and this has been going on for years. They've been denying it. And even now, Sadiq Khan has been completely silent on this. Of course, he's Muslim, the Muslim mayor of London, and he'd been denying it's been going on, and now that he's been forced to acknowledge it, he's like, okay, we'll be transparent now. Now he'll suddenly be transparent about this and handling it. But of course, many are complaining it's too late. He's pushed it off for so many years. So much damage has been done, so much violence, and they don't care. He was silent. So Sadiq Khan was silent, just like Harry and Meghan are silent. Harry and Meghan have nothing to say about this one. They're all cheering on for the digital ID, but when it comes to the grooming gangs, they have nothing to say. Suddenly, Harry and Meghan are silent. And then the next day, this happened yesterday. And now today, another distraction, they decide to suddenly announce that Harry and Meghan are both going to return to the UK with the children. Yeah, so now suddenly that's the big announcement to, I suppose, try to distract some people from the grooming gang inquiry. But Harry and Meghan have been very silent about this, just like Harry and Meghan were silent about the snake bites. Harry and Meghan never discussed whether they were vaccinated or not, or how they felt about it. They did do a Vax Live, but they never admitted whether or not they got it, never talked about it. They were completely silent on the topic, the controversy surrounding it. Yeah. Hi, Kathy. You said I tried. You tried what? I don't remember what we were responding to. Anyways, that was my intro to this video, to the reading, was to look at uh, why Harry and Meghan are silent on this. And as far as the report, it's very difficult to read. It's very upsetting information. And what really struck me was in the beginning of the report, they said that the perpetrators, these Pakistani men, all Muslim, they claim that because of their Islam says that it's an Islam law says, or Sharia law says that it's okay for them to do this. So what they did, according to their belief system, their Islamic law and their Islamic religion, both say that it's okay for them to rape and sexually abuse non-Muslim women and girls. So they justify it as, well, this is okay in our culture. Why are you so intolerant? You know, that is their defense. And they actually wrote this in the report. So, yeah, that's what. And Harry and Meghan have been very supportive of the, giving cooking classes and other things to bring in more Muslim men, fighting age men into the UK, as well as wherever, US, wherever. It's not just Pakistani, of course. It's from all over. But you said, oh, you tried to watch the other video. Okay. Sorry about that, Kathy. But the other video was a total disaster. I think everything that could have gone wrong went wrong. Yeah, very strange. That's probably like the worst live I've ever had in like how many years I've been doing lives. That was the worst one. I think I've mistakes that went on. So I just said scrap it. Let's just start over again. And yeah, so I'll do this review. I'm doing a second time on this with this question. But I just wanted to point out that Harry and Meghan are silent, and to note that how they're silent when there's crimes against humanity, when it's the death shots going out, killing and maiming people and they're suffering. Harry and Meghan worked at the Aspen Institute and censored people for vaccine hesitancy when they were merely trying to get on saying, I got the shot and I'm dying now, right? They were taken down. Those people's victims were taken down off social media. They were ripped down so that people wouldn't read their stories and know how dangerous those COVID jabs were. And now, 10 years later, it's coming out. It's a little late now, right? Well, the same thing with the grooming gangs. Harry and Meghan are saying, oh, let's block all under 16s from being able to get on social media. Well, isn't that convenient so that they can't get on social media to warn their friends or to inform the news or the journalists and saying, hey, I'm being kidnapped, I'm being trafficked, right? I mean, they're silencing the kids now as the kids are being victimized. So you see how Harry and Meghan are always behind the silencing of victims, like with crimes against humanity. You see how evil they are? They really are this evil, in my opinion. It's no coincidence. And Harry and Meghan are silent about the dangers of the COVID jabs, and they're silent about this grooming gang and the child raping going on. So I don't think that's all a coincidence. I think that Harry and Meghan have been so evil, especially with their censorship, especially with their wanting to control social media. And on top of that, they got their Sussex squad that harass and defame and abuse and relentlessly stalk people that criticize in the Megxit community, right? Especially, according to Taz, Meghan's mole, they were very vicious towards, you saw what they did with Yankee Wally. These people, so on top of everything else Harry and Meghan are doing to commit crimes against humanity, they're also having their online terrorist Antifa group terrorize and harass not only YouTube content creators, but also their families, their spouses, their children. They go after all of them, right? It's typical. And they're not the only group that does this, but they are part of that. So it's all connected. All of this vicious, evil, satanic things going on. Harry and Meghan are right there in the center of it and encouraging it and causing it and organizing and enjoying it, in my opinion. Yeah. Yeah, you knew I'd be back. Yes, thank you. Yeah, I'm not going to give up that easily. I want to talk about this. I want to talk about Harry and Meghan and their evil crimes against humanity. Even if I have technical issues, I'll just come back on and fix it. Usually, if I could have fixed it, I would have, but that I couldn't fix that. I had a video playing in the background that messed it all up, and I apologize for any viewers out there. But anyway, so let's hear this. This one's going to be much better. So here we go. Now, the reading's about why are Harry and Meghan being so silent about the grooming gangs in the UK. Harry and Meghan are going back to the UK now, and they have little children, supposedly. Not children that she ever gave birth to. Oh, look at that. Reverse suffering and silence. Yeah, it's actually Meghan suffers when she has to be silent about something. Now, she's told to be silent, I believe, and she can't stand it because, she's always wanting to grab that microphone and hear herself speak, right? It's a typical narc. Uh, and it's suffering for her. She hates having to be silent. So I think that she hates it. She wants to get up there and talk about it, and she wants to act like she's president of the United States and give her thoughts and opinions. And she would just love it, But Sadiq Khan is being very silent. Harry and Meghan's silent. The royal family is being silent. Well, let's look at this. Gonna do my psychic tarot deck. Let's see. Why are Harry and Meghan being so silent? Harry and Meghan had no problem speaking up about banning under 16s and requiring digital IDs, bringing that digital prison infrastructure. So, what about the grooming gangs? What are Harry and Meghan's attitude about that? And what do they feel about that? What do we not know? What's been behind the scenes there? How they feel when they found out about it coming out, the reports? What do they expect to happen? What do they got to do next? Why are they not commenting on the grooming gangs? How do they see the victims? The girl victims, Meghan's all girl power and stuff. What is Meghan and Harry hoping for? What's going to be the outcome? Let's see. Harry and Meghan being silent again. Silence is complicity, right? Why are they being so silent about the grooming gangs? Let's see what the cards show. The general attitude. Memories of love. Four of Cups here. Memories. Putting out candles and here trying to. I'm getting a spirit. Meghan likes to use the suffering of children for her satanic spiritual. And I see this in the candles. This is when somebody dies, you put it like a light something and you either, let it go in the sky or you can put it in water like this. So I kind of see this as Meghan is trying to figure out a way to benefit from this with her witch work, like she did at Uvalde with the children there, the suffering there. You said, Kathy, you said, I think that they are going broke and they're being investigated by the USA. I hope so. I hope they're being investigated. I know that what's his Gavin Newsom's being investigated. And I think Harry and Meghan should definitely be investigated. They did a lot of shady stuff with Gavin Newsom. Yeah, so I see Meghan trying to get some spiritual power from this somehow with this whole the evilness going on right now. This is all very evil and satanic. And the general attitude about it that oh my goodness. Ace of Swords reversed. Wow. So yeah, this is triumphant. Bright is triumphant success. And it's reversed, which I see as either secretive or the opposite. She wants destruction. You can look at it either way. The same thing, because the globalists, their idea of success is destroying and killing white Westerners, or all Westerners, really. They want to get rid of all of us. They think they are Malthusians. They think there's too many people on the planet. They want to kill everybody off. So they're, wow. I think that this is part of the plan. This is part of the New World Order plan, and Meghan's a part of it. And she knows that this is part of their success. Their success is Sadiq Khan being silent about this and pretending like he didn't know what's going on and letting this go on for years and years and years and years, right? Police covered it up, the healthcare workers covered it up. I mean, this was so organized, it was so globalist, just like they did with COVID. So it's obvious this is all part of their operation doing this because they're all pedos. They're all Satanists and pedos. They love hurting children. Hurting children is a big thing with Satanists, the most evil kind. At the bottom of the deck, I got this is Meghan here. At the bottom of the deck, prosperity, material and prosperity. So I see this as, she's only concerned with her own prosperity here and using her children to make money, her fake children or her surrogate children to be more precise. So, yeah, so these children, as far as she's concerned, they could just go ahead and be killed. I really don't think she cares. But she will try to use some, the sacrifices will be used for she'll try to use that for her spiritual strength, her spiritual benefit there, the bottom of it all. Wisdom. Oh, look at that. Mm. So I'm getting the idea that, yeah, this is part of the plan. This is what her leaders have. Wisdom is that the Hierophant is like the rules of the club here, the rules of the Satanic Order. And this is, this is what she knew would be happening as part of Meghan's religion of Satanism. What I'm getting, yeah, they're all in it together. Her, Sadiq Khan, uh, whoever, and Bill Gates, you name it, Fauci, all the group. So yeah, so how does she feel? And of course, he's carrying a red book, which is like Marxist communist, because that's also part of it. This digital gulag they're trying to put everybody under it, or this technocracy is just like Chinese communism, and Harry and Meghan and their Antifa Salsa Squad are all Marxist communist oriented with their belief system. So it's the same people, same idea, bringing us under that communist system. So how did Harry and Meghan feel when they found the report were going on out, and I got the heart chakra. So they knew that this was going to be very upsetting to people, very emotional, and um, yeah, it's going to be something that uh, they were going to focus on, use Harry and Meghan and use their fake credentials of healing, mental health, because they talk about these girls all have PTSD and all that. So I think Harry and Meghan, they're thinking they might use this, and Lulu wants to say hello here. She's being very vocal today. What do you want to say? What's that? What? Yeah. I don't know if you can hear her, but anyways, yeah. So they want to pull on the heartstrings with this one. Meghan and Harry are going to try to find a way that they can try to use this and try to make it look like they're such good people. They care, like Diana. So what are they expecting to happen from all this? Oh, hope reversed. See, this whole thing is to take away people's hope and children's hope. They want you to feel like you're hopeless. Like the digital ID is coming in, the Child Safety Act, digital ID, I mean, their new world order plan. It just keeps coming in, and there's nothing you can do about it. Hope reverse. Look what they got away with doing to your children for years and years. Look how they're getting away with bringing in these illegal immigrants to kill you and rape you and everything else. And this is it. Yeah. So they expect this. They expect people to lose hope with the leaders, lose hope with the institutions. I mean, this is all part of the New World Order plan. They want you to give up on them and give in to they'll say, you know what, all your institutions and government leaders aren't working. So let's try the digital ID system, the digital gulag, CBDC, where everybody will get a basic income and yeah, everything will be on the computer. You don't have to deal with all these institutions anymore because AI will be your court and your judge and your accountant and your tax. They'll just take the taxes right out of your bank account, and you won't be able to save money because it'll all be digital tokens and all that. So they are. This is a controlled destruction of the West, and it's all intentional. And they do want to upset, and they do expect that people are going to feel more and more hopeless as they realize nobody's doing anything to stop this. Yeah, yeah. And Harry and Meghan, the new future of money will be digital, and it will be data. Data is going to be the new money. That's according to Yuval Harari at the World Economic Forum. He said data will be the wealthy people will be the ones with all the data. So you see how Harry and Meghan with their apps, their better health up apps, and Harry with his Travelist app, and even Prince William has come out with an app to collect data. They all want our data because they can use that to make money. It's how they're going to try to make money in the future, is where the money's coming from. But Harry and Meghan have always been backed by the royal family. They have plenty of money. They're not going broke. They are supported by the royal family and the globalists there. They may pretend to be going broke, but they're not. And Lulu doesn't even care about the rest of the reading. I don't think Lulu wants to hear it. You not want to hear the rest of the reading, Lulu? She's going to lay on the cards. Uh, Yeah, I think the extra, this has been, but this is particularly evil. Like you can see the evil, how Harry and Meghan ignore the death shots, and now they're ignoring children being raped. This is typical evil, how evil they're being. So why Harry and Meghan don't want, see, Harry and Meghan aren't speaking up because I got sacrificed and the hangman. That's why they're not talking, because Meghan is the victim, right? She wants to play the victim and she can't out victim these girls. She might try to out victim the girls by pretending that her father interfered with her. I remember there were rumors about she was saying that. We all know it's going to be a lie, but everything Meghan says is a lie, anyways. But I think that Meghan always wants to portray herself as the biggest victim, right? And I'll never forget in 2020 when she brought those teenagers during the lockdown. The teenagers were traumatized. Meghan brings these teenagers to her home in Montecito, and what does she say to them? She says to them, "Oh, you think you have it bad? Well, I'm the most trolled person in the world, right?" So she's such a liar, and she always the reason that she's not speaking up is because it's not something that she can claim to be a victim of yet. Although I wouldn't put it past her to lie and claim to be a victim. So I got that card out. Oh, Lulu's gonna get up. Let me get my other cards here. You're messing up my cards, girl. What are you doing? What are you doing? She's just like laying on here. Okay, let me get my cards out from under her. Here we go. So what does she want to happen to her and Harry? Oh, look at that. Yeah, divisiveness. I got two of cups reversed. They want to divide people. They want more division and anger and separation of parents from children. They want to take away parental rights, and they want to upset people, divide them with race as well. Race baiting is very much a part of this. You'll notice that Harry and Meghan, their Sussex squad, have no problems with white girls being raped and abused. But imagine if they were black girls, how they'd be reacting right now. So you're going to see the complete silence of Harry and Meghan because the girls are not uh, women of color, girls of color. That's why, just like that young man that was recently murdered by the police, exactly like George Floyd, only this time the young man was not killed by fentanyl. He was actually killed by being stabbed by, an Indian man, so a Pakistani man. I think it was Indian, Sikh guy. Well, whatever. And you see the non-reaction. You see how Harry and Meghan have nothing to say. They said nothing about that, nothing to say, and the Sussex Squad have nothing to say. Yeah, and the way they see, oh, very divisive. The way they see these girls, these white girl victims, Harry and Meghan, I got the harmony or the lovers reversed again, dividing. Harry and Meghan will not side with those white girls. They will not protect little UK children, especially white ones. They have to be black because Harry and Meghan are they're pushing a racist agenda. And so Harry and Meghan and their Sussex squad will say nothing about this rape report. They'll act like, oh, it's just white girls. Yeah, well, let them be raped and suffer. And that's how Harry and Meghan and, Misan Harriman and all the other racists, BLM, Marxist communists that they're with, that's how they think. And that's how they're training younger people to think. They think that that's the way, that's their ideology, that's what they believe, and they've been clear about that since the past 6 years, since 2020 with all that. So yeah, what are they gonna do next? What are they gonna do next? Lulu, where's my card? What are they gonna do next? What are they gonna do now? Oh, look at that. Yeah, they're gonna promote mental illness and they're gonna try they love upsetting the public. They live for this. They live for upsetting people and harming their mental health while pretending to be victims. So Harry and Meghan and their Sausage Squad are going to be as mentally and emotionally abusive as possible. So they're going to be doing everything they can to pretend like they're doing nothing wrong, but in fact, they're working with intelligence and the globalists to mess up people's minds and play mind games and be a distraction. Yeah, especially young people and children, they want to mess with their minds and screw them up and make them crazy. And that's what Harry and Meghan are working on. That's what they'll continue working on going forward. They will take opportunities like this to use it to their advantage and to be abusive emotionally, intellectually, and and in the long term, I get emotional loss reverse or 5 of cups, which you can take as an excess of. And again, the idea with the heart chakra that we saw earlier. So this, you look at this kind of spiritual. It's an attack on people's emotions. Harry and Meghan are here to emotionally upset and divide, and that's part of the reason why they're silent. It's a form of abuse to the way they behave and what they don't talk about, and the way they ignore the crimes against humanity and their race and their racism, and they're evil, and they want to cause more heartache and pain for Americans and British people, especially white people. They want you to suffer. They want you to feel hopeless. They want you to not have hope and to just walk under this tyranny and be killed and euthanized whenever the globalists feel like it. And Harry and Meghan support that because they are globalists. So it's very evil. Harry and Meghan are very evil. And they claim to be helping with mental health, but they're actually promoting mental harm. They are here to harm people's and children's mental health. And that's why they do this silent trick with these types of things where they just have nothing to say, and then they'll turn around and say, "Oh yeah, those girls were raped. Well, me, I'm the most trolled person in the world. Poor me, you racists." So yeah, they're gonna try to flip this around to make them the victims as usual, just to be emotionally and mentally abusive and to f people up. It's very dystopian Orwellian stuff. They're playing mind games. This is all a psyop to be as just f with people as much as possible. That's what it's all about. Yeah. Hi, Tiger Eye. How are you? So that is what I see. Harry and Meghan are sick, deranged, mentally ill, criminal psychopaths, criminally insane people who deserve to be locked away, and them and all their friends, Sadiq Khan and all their other friends they work with, because they support this. They support these P. Diddy and Epstein, and now grooming gangs. They enjoy it. I think that they support it. I think that they're behind it. I think their friends are behind it. Their family is behind it. The royal family is definitely behind this. So they enjoy this. They're Satanists and they're evil. And I think Harry and Meghan couldn't care less about the girls, and all they care about is trying to out victim them, out victimhood them, and that's what they're going to be doing. So they'll try to use it to benefit them and get attention. If Meghan can get a microphone, she'll talk about it then, if she can be on stage with a microphone. But other than that, they will have nothing to say and they will do nothing of any help there of anyone, because that's what Harry and Meghan don't help. They are only here to bring in the new world order. So I hope you found this interesting. And I think Lulu's here to save the day. I think, cleansing the area from all the the evil going on right now with these globalists with their digital IDs and their grooming gangs and everything else. You got a spiritual warfare. They're all evil. They're all liars, and yeah, the war has been declared. Yeah, there you have it. So do not comply. Do not comply, and do not consent. Do not submit to their digital system. And I hope you have a wonderful day, a wonderful evening. I'm going to sign off now. And until next time, thank you for watching. All right. Take care, everyone. Bye bye.